to CT number 5 for my psychology project. I chose a celebrity scandal, which is the Diddy celebrity scandal, or the Sean Diddy Puff Combs, whatever you want to call him, uh, case study. Anyways, Diddy. Let's take a look at him from a developmental stage. Diddy was an only child, okay? Diddy was raised by his mom, as you can see here. Diddy's dad was gunned down when he was a kid. Diddy's family was also likely involved in crime of some sort, and by this gentleman here, his words, his mom had a brand new Cadillac. Diddy was always dressed in like really nice clothes, and so on and so forth. Now, we're going to move on to the Erickson development stages. Now, in my honest opinion, after viewing the documentary, as seen here on Netflix, he only made it to the fidelity stage / love stage, and ChatGPT agrees with me. So I gave it all of the information, and then it broke it down. But culture and community were fame, base, and artists. So I said that there's the fame and culture portion of it, where it was most, success or amazingness was built upon the idea of if you made it as an artist, and what entails an artist lifestyle. Now, he started young, with what he thought success looked like when he was at parties that his mom threw at their own house. And in one of the videos, when he was doing an interview, I can't remember what talk show he was on, but he would be like 13, 14 years old, and he would be up to like 3, 4 a.m. And that wasn't irregular for him to be doing that. His mother dressed him as a dandy, coming from this gentleman here, and he gave him the nickname Prince of Harlem, the Prince. But his mom was not raising a princess, and she would beat him violently. And his mom also worked overnight hours at a bar, at a gentleman's club, while Diddy was a child. Diddy had also been portraying a popular person who went to the nightclub periodically, Albert Alpo Martinez. This was the man responsible for teaching Diddy how sexually assaulting women on film, then showing the friends is okay. And with all of this upbringing, it is not a lot of shock of how Diddy found himself in the situation of being a man who did a lot of bad things. Okay, he allegedly had committed sexual assault, prostitution, and RICO. Even though he was acquitted of most of these charges, Diddy is still going to serve 4 years and some odd months during his prison sentence, plus loss of sponsorships and destruction of reputation. And as an artist, just reputation is everything. Now, getting into this, right here, I'll break this down. This is what I was talking about, Erickson's psychosocial stages. Okay, I say he made it to around right here after watching the documentary and learning more about him. This gentleman here is Heavy D. The main influence of him wanting to become part of the artist and rap community. He brought rap into money earning Mount Vernon. If you're ever curious, look it up. It's actually quite curious to see how that was the beginnings of rap as we know it today. This gentleman here was his first patriarchal figure, Andre Harrell. Andre Harrell brought Diddy into the atmosphere of what it's like to be an artist, and you could say that that's was part of the issue when he was younger. This is Kirk Burroughs. He was the co-founder of Bad Boy Records with Diddy. He knows a lot about Diddy, and he talked about him as well. Now, the ChatGPT broke it down quite well, with issues with connection to adult behavior. I like how they broke this down. They gave it context and the impact, and I really like how they really broke this apart. Now, cultural influence analysis, it says the same things that I just stated before. party culture and nightlife exposure framed success as attention, charisma, and dominance, and this fueled his, outrages into power and, what it was like sexually assaulting women, and allegedly. And based on description, parenting style appears to be authoritarian plus neglect elements, which is bad for anyone. You need two parents to raise you, and in my personal experience, and that was not given to Diddy. And it is no surprise that he had all of this coming to him with just the way he was raised developmentally. And I can see why that he came to all these conclusions and decisions, because he didn't have the right people teaching him what was right from what was from wrong. That is all I have to say about this case study. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Goodbye now.